Hey guys, and welcome back to the Paper Umbrella. My name's Jessie, and today we're going to go over one of my second favorite thing in the entire world, and that's cruises. So recently I've been getting a lot of questions about cruising. When's the best time to go? How do I book it? Where do I go? And I'm going to cover all of these, but today I really want to focus on when should I book my cruise? When should I go on a cruise? And the answer is different. For some people, it's when you have time, with kids and school and, work. It's just whenever you can get off, that's when to cruise. But if you have a more flexible schedule, or you're just kind of nervous about maybe, you have multiple options and you don't know when to book, I've kind of got my notes here. I've kind of gone through the entire year, starting with January 1st, ending, actually on January 1st again, but just going over all of these, the times that you could book a cruise, and who's going to be on these cruises. For some of them, it's some party time, and other times it's mostly just going to be families, and sometimes it's going to be my lovely snowbirds. I love you so much. So I want to know what is your favorite time to go on a cruise? When do you cruise? My favorite, actually, I'll mention it in here, but it'll probably surprise you. But I want to know when do you cruise? But yeah, let's get into it. So the first week of January is going to be craziness. So anytime around New Year's, any big holiday really, but New Year's is the big one. To go on a cruise, you're going to have a lot of party people. Most families are off then, so not only is it going to be party people, but it's going to be families. That's when you're going to get a lot of my New Year's drinking up. So if you are a party person, if you like to, do some shots on the, piano bar, I don't know, this will be your time to go. If you are one of those people who like to dance, you like to have fun, you go to the club on the boat, this will be the time that you're going to want to go on a cruise. These are going to be your people. This is when you're going to have a lot of fun. If you're a family, they typically do have a lot of family-oriented stuff too, because a lot of kids are out of school on New Year's, around New Year's, so they typically do a lot of family stuff as well. But for the most part, I'm going to say this is a party boat time. But the rest of January and February, and I would say early March, it's going to be cooler on the ship, obviously. When you leave out of port, bring your jacket. But when you get down to your destination, you'll be able to wear your shorts. You'll be able to wear your short sleeves. You'll be comfortable with that. It may not be the best time to do it, an intense beach day, but you can still definitely have fun. It'll be warmer. This is, these cruises are a lot quieter, and they're a lot cheaper, and they tend to have an older crowd to them. So these are my snowbirds. These are the people who are just wanting to get away from the cold for a few days. This is typically who's on these cruises. I am one of these people. I'm a cold cruise person. I love them. But that's who's going to be on these cruises. Now I say early March because mid to late March and April, you're going to hit your spring break. Now spring break are typically going to be your college children. Your children, you know what I mean. Your college kids are typically going to be going there and then. So there is going to be a lot of drinking. There is going to be a lot of partying. There's going to be a lot of loud music, dancing, all that kind of stuff. But I would say you have a heavy family influence on these too, because a lot of kids are out of school. A lot of parents are taking off. So this is a heavy time that kids are going to go on cruises too. So there are going to, I would say, about an even number of, your party people and your kids, your schools, your families. So it's a good time to go. It's a loud time to go. Be prepared to get into things when you go on this cruise. This is not one that I would suggest if you're looking for a super relaxing, quiet day to play trivia. Probably not these cruises. These are the ones where you're going to want to go to the atrium to do the little party things, because they're going to be rocking. It's going to be awesome. It's very an involved cruise at this point. I say early to mid-May. Ooh, it's windy out there. I don't know if you can hear it. Sorry. I would say early to mid-May would be my holy grail time to go. So this is when it's warm and it's pretty and it's sunny, but typically kids are back in school towards the end of the year, of their school year. So I would say, end of May is early to mid-May is my favorite time to go. When you get to the end of May, then schools are going to start letting out, and you're going to have, May, June, July, and early August. That's when it's going to be summer. So this is mostly going to be family time. So there's going to be a lot of kids. Your pool is going to be filled with children pretty much consistently. This is when a lot of the kids stuff is going to happen, because this is when families are going to take off to go places, are going to be that end of May on into early August. There's a big chunk there. Now, I will say a time that is going to be especially busy during then is going to be the 4th of July. If you're booking on the 4th of July, then you're going to get into a little bit more of a party atmosphere, because a lot more adults are off during that time period, or it's easier for them to get, you know, a few days off clumped together. So just expect it. It's going to be loud. It's going to be fun. This is another time, you know, drinking, dancing, you know, karaoke should be a blast during this time. So just expect it. Just know that the people who are going to be on those cruises are going to be a little bit more, it's going to be a little bit rowdier, probably around the 4th. I'd say mid to late August, September into October into early to mid-November, the price is probably gonna fall a lot on your cruises. They're gonna be cheaper. You are gonna have families there for a fall break. Yes, school's back in session, but fall breaks are kind of everywhere. So just be prepared that that is gonna be a thing that happens, is you're gonna have some families, but for the most part, it's gonna be quieter. It's still plenty warm, I promise you, but the biggest problem that you're going to run into in the late fall, or just in fall in general, is hurricane season. So if you're leaving to go into the, you know, the Bahamas, if you're going to the Caribbean, like those places, you're going to have some rain. It's going to rain probably every day. And you could get some pretty rocky waves during that point in time. The last one my parents went on out of New Orleans, I believe, they were stuck on the boat for a couple of days extra because they couldn't go into port because there was a hurricane there. So just be prepared that that's a thing, that the weather then is a little bit more unpredictable. You could end up with a rainy cruise, but even a rainy cruise is better than any day at work, any day. But let's keep going. Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is super busy. This is one of those times it's going to be crowded, it's going to be expensive, and it's all going to be families. There's a lot of people who, you know, you can get off for Thanksgiving, they get off for Black Friday, you know, a weekend follows. That's 4 days of a 5-day cruise right there. So a lot of the times during Thanksgiving, people will go on cruises. That's how people will spend their holiday. And it's pretty expensive, and it's a lot of families, and it's pretty crowded. So if you're one of those people who's thinking maybe, oh, nobody else will go during Thanksgiving, everybody will be here. No, there's a lot of people that go during Thanksgiving. So just be prepared, but it's usually a family group. They're usually pretty nice. It's usually a pretty sweet group of people, but it will be large. It's usually large groups of people during Thanksgiving. Early December, this is my favorite time to go on a cruise ever. My favorite cruise, I did a Cruisemas where it was early December. I think we left on the 5th. And stayed out until the 10th. And it was my favorite cruise I've ever been on. It was the most relaxing cruise I've ever been on. There wasn't a lot of families. Most kids are back in school. It was perfect. Like when you have that big rush of people around the holidays, and you have to do this and you have to do that, and you got to buy this and you got to buy that. It was so nice just to be able to take it away for a few days, unplug, and lay on the Serenity deck. And it was a little chilly. There was actually snow on the ground when we left, but it wasn't that bad. You know, you wore your pants that day. You didn't really go in the pool. There was some people in the hot tub, though. It was fun. And then the second day when we were out on the open ocean, it was beautiful. I think I wore jeans and a tank top. Honestly, probably could have done shorts too, but it was a wonderful time. Cannot wait to go again. That's my favorite time to cruise. The prices are usually pretty good. The weather's usually pretty nice. It's beautiful. It may be a little chilly, but it's my personal favorite time to go. But I will say this, once you start getting closer to Christmas, those prices are going to go up, and Christmas cruises, yet again, is that family groups. They're going to get it gets really crowded again. That's how people are going to be spending their Christmas. The large groups, large families, lots of kids running around is on a cruise at Christmas. So just be prepared that that's the thing that's going to happen there too. And then again, from Christmas to New Year's, that is a wild and crazy wonderful time to go on a cruise, because you're going to have a lot of families. You're going to have a lot of people who are, you know, there to drink because they've got that time off, and why not? It's New Year's, let's do it. And so you're going to get a lot of that as well. So just be prepared that at all times of the years, there are pluses, there are minuses of when to go, whether it be crowds, whether it be the weather. It just depends on what you're looking for in a cruise as to when I would say book your cruise. So yeah, that's what I've got. If you guys have any questions about cruising, whether it be cruise lines or, you know, when to cruise or how much they are, anything like that, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Let me know your favorite time to cruise. I want to know this. I want to know when you guys cruise. But let me know down below. I want to know. Let me know. When do you cruise? What do you like to do on cruises? Which cruise line do you cruise? I want to know all that down below. Let me know all your cruise info. Yet again, if you have any questions, leave them below. You can always give me an email at the paper umbrella. You got to do the THE paper umbrella .travel@gmail.com or the THE paper umbrella.com. It's my website. I love it. I made it. I'm proud of it. Go visit it. Give it some love. All that kind of good stuff. But and of course, please like, please comment, please subscribe, share it on YouTube, on Facebook. I don't care. Please just give this video some love. There's something, ring a bell so you can get the subscription notifications. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. I'm not 1000% sure, but let me know what you guys think about cruises and when you cruise. I really want to know. I'm curious. But thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun, and as always, that's it for the paper umbrella. Now go out there and make some waves.